Okay.
Legend.
Oh, Legend show. That show. One of the greatest.
No doubt about it.
They get away with so much because it's all cartoons. I'm much better now that the ladies are back from space.
Thank you for having me. What were they up there, 10 minutes?
Well, it was very profound. I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now.
Yeah. What were her findings? That's my question.
Well,
what
she
did she learn?
Daisy, which is super important.
Prior to going up, you said that you needed to go to space to heal. I know you're only a few minutes removed from this.
These days, you don't need to train for years or pass NASA exams to become an astronaut. Apparently, all it takes is some makeup, a billionaire buddy, and a 10-minute ride above the clouds. And boom, you're hailed as the next Neil Armstrong. That's exactly why the internet, and now Joe Rogan, is tearing Katy Perry apart. Katy Perry's been catching nonstop heat for her recent 10-minute suborbital flight with Blue Origin. Instead of celebrating, she's allegedly fed up with the hate and is even considering legal action over how brutal the trolling has become. The most viral moment? Katy Perry landed after just 4 minutes in zero gravity, and then dropped to the ground and kissed the floor like she just got back from Mars. To make it worse, Gayle King, who was also on the flight, called the mission a landmark moment for women and black girls in STEM. She said the flight was meant to inspire the next generation of astronauts.
I was one of those people, why are you spending all that money? Then you educate yourself and you see what is happening and you see the benefits. Do you use GPS? Do you use satellite? That's all because of space research, and in some cases space travel. But the bigger thing is what it's doing to young girls and young women. Men have come up to me, they said the fact that you did that makes me think maybe I could do that too.
Taking up space! Woo!
Gayle even clapped back at the haters, saying she used to be one of them, until she took that trip and realized it's not just about spending a ton of money. Meanwhile, Oprah, Gayle's longtime best friend, stayed far away from the launch. She gave a few teary reactions on camera, but clearly had no intention of joining the ride herself.
For milestone of this whole ascent. Oprah watching her best friend go to space.
Now, conspiracy theories are swirling. In one viral clip, viewers claim a hand inside the capsule wasn't even real. It looked like a mannequin's hand.
One photo of a hand, and it's a black female's hand. Tell me it doesn't look like it's a mannequin hand. Can you find that, Rob? Could you find that photo? Just put mannequin hand. It looks so fake inside. Let me see if Rob can find it. Look at that. Zoom in on that. That's a plastic fake hand. What is that? That looks like a freaking, right? It looks like a mannequin.
So if you don't really know what was this trip all about, let me catch you up a little. Katy Perry boarded a Blue Origin rocket with a few other celebs for a suborbital trip. The rocket launched, hovered in microgravity for about 4 minutes, then returned safely. That's it. No moon landing, no training, just a round-trip celebrity flight that sparked more memes than admiration. And now with Joe Rogan reacting to the entire fiasco, and South Park working on a roast episode, Katy might be dealing with a PR nightmare that just launched into a whole new orbit. Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he heard about Katy Perry's Blue Origin stunt. On a recent episode of his podcast, he laughed while calling the entire thing woke nonsense. He broke down how real astronauts spend years training, studying, and risking their lives for space travel, while these celebrities get called heroes for a 10-minute trip.
Yeah. Female astronauts.
And because they were united.
Because a lot of men astronauts, they have to go to school.
Right.
They have to learn how to be a pilot first. Then they have to join the Air Force or the Navy. And then they get appointed by NASA.
That's right.
And then they go to space, you know?
But and there has been, that's the other thing, there has been female astronauts.
Let's not minimize this. Let's not minimize this.
Then he went further, breaking down how each of the female celebrities reacted when they returned from their luxury ride. He compared their dramatic posturing to influencer-style branding and said it cheapens what space travel really means.
We're all in this together. You mentioned this was prior to going up. You said that you needed to go to space to heal. I know you're only a few minutes removed from this incredible experience. Do you feel healed? Now you are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love.
Goodness. I will never be the same.
Meanwhile, South Park is cooking up its response. According to alleged leaks from season 27, an upcoming episode will feature cartoon versions of Katy Perry, Gayle King, and P. Diddy being launched into space. In the episode, Katy's face reportedly starts melting from the zero gravity, while Diddy is already in orbit, just casually partying in space.
Now, with the Katy Perry and Blue Origin space flight that they took on April 14th still getting mocked to this day, we all know that. However, one major development now involves both South Park Studios and Paramount, and what they are doing towards those like Katy Perry, Gayle King, and the entire spaceflight backlash topic. Already, of course, both South Park creators and Trey Parker and Matt Stone are tweaking one of their episodes for season 27.
And it gets weirder. Apparently, Jeff Bezos returns in the episode as a cosmetic testing alien overlord. According to the script leak, he's testing beauty products on celebrity faces in orbit to see how their egos hold up in zero gravity. Joe Rogan also took a moment to shout out South Park's creators directly, calling the show legendary and praising them for always roasting Hollywood without holding back.
Oh my God.
I slaughtered 5 baby seals with my bare hands.
Okay. Legend.
Oh, legend show. Legend show. That show. One of the greatest entertainment franchises, whether it's sports, music, films, greatest franchises ever, South Park.
No doubt about it.
They get away with so much because it's all cartoons. So they can have people get their head chopped off. They can get beat to death, lose arms, squirt right out of their armpits because it's so not real looking. Like Canadians, their heads aren't even attached.
Right. Their mouths and the
top of your head. The top of your head just floats in the air. It's so crazy that they have that for Canadians. It's so funny, but it's not even that mean. You know what I mean? But it's so ridiculous that they differentiate. Like they're not even human. They're just different things. Their fucking heads aren't connected.
He said what makes South Park so effective is that they're a cartoon, so they can say what no one else in the industry dares to say. And it works, because whether it's Disney, Bezos, or Hollywood elites, South Park never misses. And if you're still not convinced this episode is real, just check out the teaser they dropped on Instagram on April 2nd. In it, you can already see P. Diddy floating in space while a bunch of Hollywood drama unfolds around him, including Katy Perry's meltdown. South Park's roast of Katy Perry is just the latest chapter in a long war against woke Hollywood, and fans are loving it. In 2023, South Park released one of its most viral specials ever, Joining the Panderverse. It roasted Disney's obsession with forced diversity by showing Cartman having nightmares about being replaced by a black woman, then getting transported into a universe filled with hyperdiverse, politically correct versions of the world.
Eric, it's okay. It's okay. Matt, I had a dream that I was replaced by a diverse woman.
Now, fans are connecting that same energy to how South Park is coming for Katy Perry's space mission. And Katy knows it. She's already tried to get ahead of the backlash by commenting on a fan account saying, "When the online world tries to make me a human piñata, I take it with grace and send them love." She also claims she's doing a lot of personal work and said, "Please know I am okay. I know who I am, what is real, and what is important to me." But fans weren't buying it, especially since Katy's PR team is now reportedly scrambling to control the fallout from the South Park episode leak. Gayle King isn't handling it well either. In a clip that recently surfaced, Gayle actually raged at critics, doubling down on the fact that she now considers herself an astronaut just for going on that 10-minute flight.
I don't like that people are calling it a ride. A ride, you never see a male astronaut who's going up in space and they said, oh, he took a ride. Two of the astronauts, I still have a hard time calling myself an astronaut, but two of the astronauts on board, one is a rocket scientist, one is an astrophysicist activist, were actually doing experiments.
Laura, were they splitting the atom in the 4 minutes they were in space? I mean, did they recover the infinity gauntlet? What exactly were they doing up there? And look, the reason Gayle's having a little problem calling herself an astronaut is because she isn't one. This would be like me calling myself an OBGYN because I watched my kids being born. And look, that was a hell of a lot longer than 11 minutes.
Meanwhile, fans are still replaying the most ridiculous parts of Katy's trip, from her dramatic ground-kissing moment to the awkward post-flight concert where she wandered around stage like she was still in orbit.
Oh, manches, corre bien fuerte.
Flash.
Ay, no manches.
So with Joe Rogan calling it woke nonsense, South Park preparing their most savage cartoon in months, and fan backlash only growing, this space mission is turning out to be Katy Perry's most chaotic launch yet, and it's not even over. So at this point, Katy Perry's 10-minute space mission has officially launched her into meme history, and not in a good way. Between Joe Rogan mocking the whole thing, South Park prepping one of their most savage roasts yet, and fans still laughing at her dramatic ground-kissing moment, this mission might be the most expensive PR disaster she's ever signed up for. Now, I want to hear what you think. Was this mission really inspirational or just pure cringe? Did Katy Perry and Gayle King take the astronaut label way too far? And are Joe Rogan and South Park actually the only ones still willing to say what everyone else is thinking? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're watching closely, and we'll feature the best takes in the next upload. Thanks for watching. See you next time.